Today, I want to talk about meditation, specifically how to meditate. The benefits of meditation are plenty. I'm not going to talk about that in this video, but the main thing is I believe that meditation could be the most important thing that you can do in today's society to deal with life in general. So with that being said, we're going to talk about how to meditate. Now, what I'm going to teach you is a breathing awareness meditation. This is simply bringing awareness to your breath. So what you want to do to meditate is sit in a quiet place. You can sit, you can stand, you can do whatever. But the main thing is you want to be able to focus on that one thing, which is your breathing, undistracted. You can set a timer to do this. So you can set a timer for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is that you want to do. And the main idea I would say behind the breathing awareness and meditation in general is taking the time to sit down and take that moment to focus on your breath. If when you do your meditation, you're not focused the whole time, but you did sit down to do it, that's a success. Don't beat yourself up over the fact that you might not have done every second to the fullest awareness of your breath that you could. So all you're doing when you sit down or you lay down or whatever, you're going to be focused in on your breathing. So there's many ways that you can focus on it. One of them is to just notice as it comes in, as it comes out. You can feel it, all right? You can feel the air going in through your nose or your mouth. You can feel it kind of filling in your chest cavity and your lungs. You can feel it coming out of your body. You can hear it if it's quiet enough. You can hear some people like to meditate with music or with some sort of ambient noise and things like that. But if it's quiet, you can hear it. You can also visualize it. You can visualize it kind of as a cloud or as light coming into your body as you breathe in and kind of flowing back out of you as you breathe out. I'm going to talk about what I do to help keep myself focused on my breathing. But that's the breathing awareness meditation. That's it. You sit down, you focus on your breathing. That's it. You don't try to force yourself to breathe any special way. You can start to calm your breath down, but I would say don't even worry about that. Just become aware of your breathing. Just put your attention on your breathing. I've got my clipboard or my whiteboard here to talk about just some visualization that I do that helps me stay attached to that breathing. So what I do is I like to think about it like a wave. My breathing is like a wave. It comes in my body, fills my lungs, and then it goes out and escapes my lungs. It comes in and it comes out. And so I look at it like a wave. And what I try to do is I try to visualize it because I'm a very tactile, I'm a very physical person. I like sports and athletics and personal training and using my body. So with that being said, I like to use that to my advantage. So what I do is I visualize this, but I also use physical cues. So I'm visualizing this wave. And as I do that, I think when I'm here and I want to breathe in, I push a button. Again, I'm visualizing this. I'm not physically doing it, but I'm acting like when I push that button, my breath will automatically come in. I push the button, my breath goes up. I get to the top, I push another button, breath goes out. Okay? It goes in, it goes out. And so I'm pressing these buttons, breathing in, pressing another button, it goes out. Breathe in, breathe out. And what that does is it helps me get some separation. So here's another part of meditation that happens is one of the reasons why we use the breath as a focal point is because the breath is one of those things that is both subconscious. You do it without thinking about it. You can also control it by holding your breath, breathing slower, breathing faster. So I can control it, but when I'm not focused on it, my breathing takes care of itself for the most part. So I can tap in to my breathing and I can punch it up, punch it down, punch it up, punch it down. And I can get separation from my physical body, like I'm in a control center, controlling this physical body with my thoughts, with my focus. But really even deeper than that is with something that controls the thoughts and something that controls the mind. So you can even create separation between all of that and just stay focused in this kind of gap, in this space in between all of that. Because as you're listening right now, who's the one that's listening? Is it your physical body? Your physical body listens, your brain interprets, but what's really behind all of that? That is you, the essence of you. So what I try to do in meditation is I try to connect to that. So there's something called Isha Kriya, which is done from Sadhguru, or it's a form of meditation. I learned it from Sadhguru. I don't know where it originated actually, but what it is a form of meditation. I just do one part of it. I guess there's another part of it, but what I do is I just do what he talks about in regard to the kind of mantras that he says. So as my breath goes in, I say, this is not my body. I am not this body, okay? So I am not this body as I breathe in. As I breathe out, I am not this mind. As I breathe in, I am not this body. And then on the second exhale, I am not even these thoughts. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to gain that separation in between my physical body, my mind, and my thoughts. Because I'm sure you've had a thought before where you've been like, where did that come from? You know, that's not me. Well, who's me and who's the not me? Have you said something to someone and been like, oh man, I didn't really mean to say that. Like something else happened. Who's you? Who's the real you? And who's this physical body that gets angry, gets pissed off? And then there's this other thing that knows better. There's something deeper to you. It's not just an emotional being that's, I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm pissed off. Just shut up. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that, right? You've had those moments. I think everybody has. Well, what is that? That's this physical body that's weak, this physical body that has limitations. But there's something inside of us all, and I think connects all of us, that's deeper than all of that. And that's what I try to do when I meditate. I try to use my focus. I try to use these tools of visualization, of feeling, to try to stay focused on one thing so deep that I forget, I escape the physicality, the mental, and even the thoughts. You'll start to, as you get deeper and deeper into meditation and you start doing this, invariably thoughts will come into your mind. You'll have a thought and it's almost like it's a cloud. It comes in and it's moving across your consciousness and it's coming across and you can see it. I'm breathing in, punching the buttons, in and out, seeing the wave. That's what's keeping me focused. And then all of a sudden a thought comes in. Oh my God, I can't believe this person said this to me. Or, man, I screwed up today doing whatever. And then you just see it. And it just keeps traveling. And you just see it come and you see it go. And you go back to this process, in and out, in and out, in and out. Another thought comes in. And you just let it, instead of dwelling on it, and you'll probably do this when you first start. And I do this sometimes when I have tons of experience with this. Even being experienced, you start to dwell on it, you start to think, and you can't get it out of your head. Just keep coming back to the breath. Whenever you can catch yourself, come back to your breath. Come back to your breath. Think about it like a GPS system. When you put an input into your GPS to find where you want to go. Okay, I want to go to Walmart. Okay, boom, 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 Walmart. All right, calculating, it's 7 miles away. If I am focused on that trail, all right, the track, all right, here's Walmart and here's where I am, and I take on this route to get there. What happens if I make a wrong turn and I come off the woods over here? It'll recalibrate and it'll send me back on the course. That's all you're doing. I'm here to focus on, my Walmart is focusing on my breath, okay? So my goal, my direction is focusing on my breath. Well, if I lose focus of that because I'm thinking about all sorts of things that we think about, life happens. All I want to do is just, whenever I catch myself, oh my God, I wasn't thinking about that. Don't beat yourself up. Just bring yourself back to the breath. Use whatever tools I described, thinking about it, feeling it, breathing it, all right, visualizing it. Back to your breath. Back to your breath. Focus on some thoughts for a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Back to it. That's all you're doing. Just keep coming back to the breath. And you'll get better at that. And you'll start to see the thoughts come and you'll see them go. I like to see that as well. It comes in as a big, loud picture of a thought. And then I kind of see it fading off into the distance, getting smaller and smaller away. That's another visualization for you. You can see those thoughts coming and going. And the bigger thing is that breath. The bigger feeling is the breath. The bigger visualization is the breath. If you can just keep focusing on that. And again, it's like a skill. You get better at practicing it. And that separation starts to occur where you're not so connected to your thoughts, you're not so connected to your physical body. There's something deeper to it. And this helps in life because what? Your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, that can get in the way of you living a great life or living with peace. For me, it's all about peace. I get in my thoughts, I get in my feelings, I get in these emotions, and I get stuck there. Whereas if I can separate myself and I can go, oh, okay, that was an emotion, I feel that. What do I really want? Okay, I really want peace. How can I connect to that? I can ask myself better questions. When you're in that fire of emotion, it's hard to right that ship. But if you're better at separating and going, oh, this is just an emotion. Okay, I'm gonna change that, or I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna lean into this. Maybe what am I feeling right now? Do I need to lean into that? So you can have more awareness so that when you're in the heat of battle with life, it's a little bit easier to deal with life. And I think that's living with grace. That's living with poise and wisdom, I guess you could say. But it's a better way of living than just flying off the handle and reacting to everything. And trust me, I'm there, and I still have to work on this stuff every single day because life still happens. But if you can master this process, or if you can make it a point to try to master this process, because I don't think anybody ever becomes a master, it gets easier and easier to deal with things, and you get to, again, like a GPS system, get back on track to what you truly want, how you truly want to act, that deeper level of yourself, that higher self, or that better self, or that true self. Because like I said, you've had moments where you're like, man, where did that come from? Man, that wasn't me. That was my physical body being tired or angry or drunk or whatever it is. I want to be this better self. Well, you can get better at that by being more aware and catching yourself and making those decisions based off of the higher self or the better self versus the emotional, the tired, the whatever self. So that's meditation. That's how I do it. There's lots of different techniques for meditation, but that is just a basic breathing awareness meditation. You can think about it, you can feel it, you can hear it, you can see it, you can do different things as you breathe in and breathe out. That's what I do right now. I use this wave in and out, all right? Like I'm kind of controlling my physical body by breathing in with a button, breathing out with a button, and I'm just looking at that wave up and down, up and down, up and down, and that's all. That's all we're doing for meditation. Spend time on it. How much time? Spend as much time as you want, spend as little time as you want. But the act of sitting down to do it, that's meditation. That's getting a win. If you can do it more often, more regular, not missing a day, that's when you're going to start to see those benefits and start to see more of that awareness in your everyday life. That's meditation. Hope you got something out of that, and we'll see you next time.